So I want to ask everybody a question. How do we react under stress? That's a good question, isn't it? How do we react under stress? Do we stay calm? Do we keep our head? Do we try to figure out what's going on and be logical, keep our sanity? Or do we run around like our hair's on fire, screaming and yelling, barking at people, running around in circles, and getting nowhere? Sometimes it's one or the other. Sometimes it's an in between type of thing, right? But I think that as we go through our lives, we will all run into stress at some point. We will all go through stressful situations that we're going to have to deal with. And I don't know if we've ever had to run into a situation like this, but in the Old Testament, Moses leads the Hebrews out of Egypt. They've been enslaved in Egypt for hundreds of years. And finally, Moses gets Pharaoh to let them go after the plagues, and they get all the way to the Red Sea. And all of a sudden, Pharaoh sends his armies after them, and he's had a change of heart, and he's going to show the Hebrews a thing or two. The people start to freak out. Why did we ever leave Egypt? We would rather be slaves in Egypt than to die out here in the desert, Moses. This is all your fault. We can't believe we listened to you. You're a big jerk. We ought to punch you in the ear hole, right? And they're freaking out, and they're running around in circles. Their hair's on fire. And God says to Moses, don't worry. I'm here with you. And what I want you to do is I want you to stretch your staff out over the sea. And Moses does it, and the sea parts. And the Hebrews pass through the Red Sea. As they get to the other side, Pharaoh's army is charging after them full tilt. And as they start to cross the sea, wheels start to fall off their chariots. Things start to go wrong, and they're all messed up. They're stopped in the middle of the sea, and God says to Moses, I want you to stretch your staff out over the sea again, and the sea will go back to normal. And Moses did it, and the sea, well, it came over top of Pharaoh's army, and not one of them survived. Now, we can freak out and run around like crazy and try to handle things on our own and say we're doomed, or whatever we say when bad things happen, right? Or we can turn to God and we can ask for His wisdom and His guidance, His intervention, so that we can deal with the issue as it comes up. Now, it doesn't make the issue any easier to deal with, but it certainly takes all of the pressure off of our shoulders when we give all of that stress and pressure to God. And we truly believe that He will work in that situation at that time. And then we give it all to Him. May we learn to do that in every instance in our lives. May God continue to pour out His grace, mercy, and blessings on each and every one of us until we get to meet again. Amen. Amen.